All right, so we got a mysterious enemy in the lab. There was a scene where, or I don't know if it's an enemy. I don't let me not say, but there's something in the shadows lurking. There's a lurking legend in the shadow. Now let me stop with that lurking legend reference. But there's something lurking in the shadows of the lab. We seen Pythagoras, looking for the Stella Vegapunk, and it's like something clanking in the behind him. You know what I mean? Like you guys got any speculation on what that could have been? Because I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking. We talked about the Blackbeard pirates possibly being on Egghead. I mean, could a Lafatit and Augur be lurking in the darkness?
Okay, so basically, my idea at first was I believe that whoever that mastermind between all of that was Edison, and it's something about that Revolt convinced me on is when Vegapunk talks about his dream, it's the same similar dream to Nikola Tesla, and his biggest rival is Edison. But the plot twist is I think Edison is not the only. I think he's with another trader among the Vegapunks. That was my initial idea until I saw Parvision's stream last week, and he said take it with a grain of salt, but he had an interesting idea about this possible Blackbeard pirates and the fact that what's called Sheer could be invisible. But what was interesting was the sound that before there was the explosion, click clank,
Mm,
that sound. He said, think of it as if you take it with a grain of salt. Think of it of a horse walking, or if or an apple that can explode being
like a
thrown on the ground.
gallop, like a gallop.
Yeah, like or dog Q, or he said Lafitte tapping. He said that sound could be basically anything. So he said in the Blackbeard Pirates, he said it could be possible there are Blackbeard Pirates on in Egghead, especially since we know that the bear was closed down 2 times. The first
Yeah,
time with the CP9, CP0, and then there's another time where nothing happened. He said what went through? If it opened, something must have gone through and we didn't see it.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's true.
that was Parvision's take. That was interesting. He said take it with a grain of salt, like he's not going down that hill, but it was an interesting thought process when he was talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, Blackbeard, they good at like breaking into places and espionage stuff like that. Like Lafayette, you got Lafayette. He's shown that he's capable of getting into tough to get places, right? And then you also got Augur, who can teleport. You got Shilu, who's
Devon,
invisible.
Devon,
Yeah,
Devon, who could become
could
anybody.
become anybody.
What if she's the one who took? Imagine if she's the one who took Vegapunk,
I mean,
and
I was
she's gonna come back. She's gonna come back as Vegapunk, acting like she's Vegapunk.
ooh, hey, that's hey,
That could be
I,
crazy.
I like where you're going. And before I address that, I want to give Angel a chance to go. If he has anything to add, I hope he does.
Me personally, I don't think that is possible. I honestly just think it's probably someone already there because I don't think that they would be. I don't think even if it is Lafayette that they would be able to get through the security measures that we have seen
It
and
depends
not
what
be noticed.
Lafatette's ability is, though. You know, I don't know.
I guess,
But
but yeah,
again,
that's just
Augur can teleport, so he could get through. Like he could get to where he need to go without having to run through
from what we've
obstacles.
seen. From what we've seen, he seems like he can only teleport to what he sees.
I don't know. What did we
From
see?
from what
We haven't seen much of what Augur could or can do.
I know, I'm just saying like that from my perspective. That's what I think his devil fruit ability is to teleport to what he can see because that's all I've seen.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Cause how do you see something like how? What's the point in teleporting if you gotta see what like? If I was to teleport in a room that I can't see, like, it's really kind of a very limited teleportation ability,
Yeah,
which would
I
be
know. I'm just
Don't
saying
forget
that's what I
Angel.
think. Maybe
There's there's,
that's what I
there's
think.
always Angel.
Huh?
Observation hockey. Observation hockey.
No, I know. I know there's observation. Yeah,
yeah,
that could be a loophole for him, I guess.
yeah. But yeah, I want to go back to the idea of Blackbeard though, right? Like, cause I was actually thinking like when we talk about Vegapunk being missing, and it seems like somebody is at this lab, and I don't agree with Angel saying maybe it's somebody who's already at the lab, unless it's a traitor, right? Unless it's one of the other Vegapunks, but like Shaka seems like he's at the he's like he was at that little console and everything, I think, at the time. So I don't think it was Shaka. And he's kind of the main, unless Shaka know how to be like multiple places at once, you know what I'm saying? But and whoever it seemed, it was like Pythagoras wasn't aware, like it was like somebody who shouldn't be there, right? So it could be a traitor, but I do could this person, whoever it is, could they have been the one to take Vegapunk? Right? Could they have been, because we know Vegapunk's missing and it seemed like somebody's there who we aren't aware of, right? Like, because I'm thinking a few options I'm thinking of when it comes to Vegapunk is whoever this mysterious person is, right? Like, be it a Blackbeard pirate or somebody else. I'm also thinking Caribou. I mean, I don't think he's the most likely, but Caribou, he can hide people. You know what I mean? Maybe since the Straw Hats kind of just like, hey, we leave you here, screw you, peace. Maybe he's like, you know what? I could at least take Vegapunk with me and take him to Blackbeard. But I don't know. But I do think Caribou could be a candidate, at least as far as who took Vegapunk. Um, and then my third option, which I kind of wanted to talk about, the possibility of Bonnie. Like maybe Bonnie reverse Vega, cause there's a panel, right, where we see Vegapunk. He said like no, Bonnie. I'm not. Let me try to see if I can find it. Like he said, he says, don't touch it, Bonnie, and then she says, shut up, get out of here, right, and then he screams. He says, ah. So I'm thinking like, was that the moment that Vegapunk went missing? Like, did Bonnie do something to Vegapunk? Like maybe reverse his age to where he's like an embryo or something, and that's why they can't see him, because he's like he's at an age before he was even born, or maybe he's a baby and he's hiding under something. You know what I mean? Like, what you guys think?
I
Uh,
don't know.
Cube.
So I think it's a good idea because we should not overlook Bonnie, knowing that she also wanted it well towards what's called towards Vegapunk. But just for me, I didn't think of her because she's doing the memory thing.
Yeah.
So, but she could be still if she's out already. Let's say what we're gonna see in the memory of the quote unquote flashback. Maybe it'll be an instant for Bonnie, but she'll get so many information in an instant. Like how Zoro felt, nothing happened in an instant. It didn't take him like 1 hour to get all the pain. He got it in one go. So maybe she's already out and she took a decision from what she just saw. So that also could it's not at all a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm saying, but when she did the Vegapunk, I think she did that right before she went in the bubble. You know,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. It
cause
could
it,
be.
it was that little panel, right? It was that little panel. Like, if you go to the page where we see Zoro and Luffy on the couch, and we got Kaku and Lucci like right under him on the floor, and then you go to the very
Hmm.
bottom all the way to the left, right? You see Vegapunk. He says, "Don't touch it, Bonnie," and then she says, "Shut up, get out of here." And then he screams. He like screams. He says, "Ah!" So I'm thinking in that instance, maybe Bonnie reverse his age at least to like a baby, or possibly a pre birth embryo. You know what I mean? If that's
Hmm.
possible, I would think her ability could do that as well. But and he's still technically at the lab. It's just nobody is aware that he's like not old Vegapunk anymore. You know what I mean? So
Now that
that's
could be an interesting idea. It makes me think of a Disney movie called Proof Point, where at one point the parents are going back in time like Benjamin Button to the point that they will not exist anymore.
is that what the T and Tamara or something?
I think it. Yeah, it's with Taj Mari, the Disney actor who played
Yeah,
the smart kid.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It made me think of that movie.
That's T and Tamara brother.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yes, it's true. Sister, sister.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
Tia Mari and Tamara Mari. But
Yeah,
yeah, and their grandparents become, or his grandparents become young because his
yeah,
science or something.
yeah.
I think one of them is in the movie though, because it's like him and his sister or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's a long time. It just made me think. It's free, dude. I haven't seen that movie like in 15 years, so I might rewatch it this week. It's been a long time. Nostalgia.
Man, you old as hell.
Yeah,
You goddamn fossil.
yeah. But to pivot back into One Piece, I was thinking about something that it's also coming out is that we should not forget that when Lilith introduced herself, she said, "I am Dr. Vegapunk." So people said Lilith could still, we don't know why. It could be very simple to the fact that Lilith may be the behind everything
Be the traitor.
because she did introduce herself as, yeah, she betrayed us. She did introduce herself as, "I am Dr. Vegapunk."
But Atlas
As we
did
know,
that
she
as
as
well.
well. Shaka did not say. Hmm?
Atlas introduced herself like that as well.
Yeah, so that's why I don't think it's Lilith, but that's something people are talking about that they should not be discredited how Lilith introduced herself as the Dr. Vegapunk.
Yeah, but I'm just saying Lilith also said I'm Doc, like, because when she met Luffy, Jinbei, Chopper, and Bonnie, she like, oh, I'm Dr. Vegapunk, and then Bonnie was like, no, you're not, or something like that, like, no, you're not. That's
Yeah,
or she was like, that's bullshit. You're not Vegapunk, you know. So yeah, Atlas did the same as well. So I don't think you can really count that
yeah,
on Lilith.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That's a grain of salt, but yeah, it's like, but
Angel,
Well,
you got anything to add?
no, I think I already said enough.
You ain't really say nothing on this topic though.
Yeah,
But
because I don't know. I mean, there's nothing really much else to say. I said I think it's someone that was already there.